Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
First and foremost, we're going to do something that we should have did on the last video concerning this, man. We're going to start it off by Tupac, rest in peace. We're going to get that out the way. This been 30 years in the making, man. This case would have never got solved if it wasn't for one guy in particular, Keefe D. He's the only one that got himself arrested. Now, the clicks, the views, the likes, I think this is the biggest. If you could call somebody the clout chaser, it would be him. You got to put his name on it. This clout has got him right into the jailhouse, and more than likely, man, from the looks of things, he might not be coming home, man. So we going to get into this, man. Keefe D, and we got, what's the boy name? Mob James. Mob James. All he had to do was get on the stand and plead the fifth. Or just say, I don't recall. I don't know. Every question should have been, I don't know. But it really don't matter. You can't even call Mob James a rat because the boy Keefe D already did the damage. All right, let's get over here and check this out, man. This is part 2 of the Keefe D Tupac trial. Let's go.
Cross-examination, Mr. Sims.
Sir, have you ever met me?
Excuse me?
Have you ever met me before?
No.
Have you ever spoken to the district attorneys prior to your testimony here today?
Once.
And is that what you're referring to as the time that you told them, like, hey, any attorney here is better treat me as hostile because...
Yeah, I told him I didn't have nothing to do with this.
Now, a couple questions for you, sir. And this is more for clarification. So on the night of the murder, you were working as the head of security for 662.
Yes.
Explain for us a little bit about the club. Was that Suge's club or was it somebody else's club?
Suge, to my understanding.
Okay. And when you were there as head of security, were you there, had you worked there as head of security prior to this particular night?
We did an event there once before. Yeah, same thing.
Okay. And on this particular night, was this an event like some type of fundraiser or something for police officers or anything like that? Do you recall what the event was for?
We wouldn't have been there.
Okay.
No.
What was the reason for the event?
It was Mike Tyson fight. Tyson was coming back. Tupac was supposed to perform like other people, and we was there for that.
Okay. Can you describe for us how big the club is so that we can...
30 years ago, a little bit bigger than this room.
So it's relatively, it's not like a 2-story. It's not,
it's small. It's small.
All right. And in terms of the club itself, you were there and you were sharing with us that there were other people that were there.
Yes.
Law enforcement as well as I don't know, people from your side of town.
Oh, law enforcement was outside. The Metro would say, "Why y'all putting words in my mouth?" Sure. They were outside.
Okay.
We were on the inside. Wasn't no law enforcement mingling with us.
So, as far as you know, law enforcement wasn't hired by Reggie Wright to provide additional security?
No, this was Metro posted up all over the place.
And so they were there specifically just harass or just send a warning or what?
No, they were there. Like when you have events in Las Vegas, everybody knows. You're going to see Metro here, every block.
Yeah.
They was posted up, which they do all the time.
But you're telling me that as head of security, you do not know or you don't believe that Reggie Wright hired the Metro officers to come in?
I know for a fact he didn't hire the Metro police.
All right, so why do y'all think they asking him these questions? Why is these questions so important? It's because they going off the interviews. They going off everything that's been said in the past. But the past didn't get them to this point. Because of the past, all the conversations that they had back in the days, if that was going to get them to being in trial, they would have did it back then. The internet is what got these guys in this courtroom today, talking about an unaliving that was never solved. No statute of limitations on a homicide. Now you got this guy right here, Mob James, entertaining guy. He's entertaining. He's going to get real entertaining in a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. But I'm under the impression that he thinks that he's talking to Vlad TV or Cam Capone News. You're talking to professionals, and like I said before, they are hitting you with questions like they asked you, was Metro inside the club? And he like, no. See, they know a street guy got pride. They know a street guy, when you throw the wrong topics, police, or you getting knocked out or anything like that, they think is to jump on defense without thinking. See, they know that the street guy don't think. Street guys is emotional. They know most gangbangers, not street, I'm gonna say gangbangers, is emotional. They move off of impulse. So they hitting him, bagging up, hitting him, and they getting what they need. Let's finish watching. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
Do you know how many people were on the payroll that night from your security team?
Well, y'all do paperwork different than we did. Our paperwork was getting cash money. Our paperwork was what they call under the table. We had at least 30, 40 of my homeboys there. Reggie Wright Jr. and his security, his company, the people work for him, didn't have nothing to do with what Suge paid us for working. So that was two different entities, Reggie and Suge. The homies was there for the Suge night. Reggie Wright hired his company to watch over Suge night people.
Right.
So his security did like the right thing. My security did what they ain't gonna do. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
The police gonna walk you out of there. Mm-hmm. We gonna drag you out of there. So it was a difference, but not on the same paper.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, man. We gonna drag you up out of there. We gonna drag you out of there. Yeah, we don't type of nigga that'll drag you up out of there. We don't play no games. We gonna drag you by your drawers and throw you against the walls. That's what it sound like. Violent guys. These are violent guys. This is why Tupac and the rest of the guys that hang with y'all got active on Tupac in the casino. See, they trying to paint a picture of how violent you guys are. And you helping them. You just helped them. Oh, we'll drag you out of there. We don't let the paid security guards, the paid security handle it the real way, which the real security was there, according to his words. The thugs is the ones that'll get you and drag you up out of there. All right, let's finish watching it, because I'm telling you, they setting it up. They setting you up.
And once again, the intent was to protect 662, right? To protect the club, protect the patrons that were going to go there, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of your knowledge of what happened on that night, fair to say you weren't present when the shots had rung out.
No, I wasn't there.
Okay. And your testimony is that you had heard from other people initially that, hey, Tupac had been shot.
Yes.
And you had thought maybe other people were maybe relieved, thinking like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. He's gonna be okay.
That's what came back to 662. People that went to the scene, and everybody said Tupac was talking. So everybody came back to the club saying he's gonna be all right. So people just went back to, England.
Right. Now,
so Tupac was alive after the shots. He was alive after the shots, but a few days later, he passed away in the hospital. He passed away. Tupac been shot up before. And a lot of people thought, well, he got shot 5 times, I believe. 5 times the last time. So we knew that he was going to survive. I believe he got shot this time 4 times. We like, oh, that ain't nothing, man. He going to survive that. He done already survived 5 shots already. 5 shots couldn't stop me. I took it and smiled. That was one of his lyrics. So everybody like, oh, he going to be all right. So do y'all think that it was some foul play with Tupac not making it? Y'all think somebody say, hey, let that one right there. He didn't shot at police before. He's a menace. His lyrics is different from the other guy's lyrics. Of course, he talked the street stuff, but he also gives some knowledge. Keep your head up. Brenda's got a baby. Talking to the brothers, sticking together. Yeah, we need this one. He got a real following. He got a fan base. We don't need this one. He got too much knowledge. He's woke. Yeah, he's woke. Even though he talked the street, talked the thug talk, this one is woke. Y'all let that one right there. We don't need that one waking up out this coma. What do y'all think?
In terms of the that night, you go back to Compton. You live in Compton.
Yes.
You still live in Compton?
No.
At the time you live in Compton, you go back to Compton, and you tell us that there was a lot of tension. Was there? Can you describe that for us when you went back in terms of what kind of tension we're talking about?
You sure you want me to answer that?
Is it going to be graphic?
What do you mean? So you answer every other thing else. You switched it up. You know, you've been in that seat for a long time. This is the second video I did. The last one was 30 minutes, I believe, and this one right here is going on 12. You still up in the seat? Yeah, they want you to answer. Answer this goddamn question, boy.
No, I ain't gonna. I got to raise the word in it, but you asking me a question. I don't. And what I explained to them, I don't want to send him to prison.
Oh, you said the wrong thing. They know you don't want to send him to prison because you just said you don't want to send him to prison, but they like, oh, yeah, he ain't going to give us everything we need, but they didn't already trick you into some of the answers that they needed anyway. So whether you want him to go or not, they didn't already got the real answers that they wanted out of you. The rest of this stuff is just what they call that when you do a record, an album. The rest of that stuff is just filler. The rest of this stuff is filler. They didn't got the real stuff already. But yeah, they want you to answer the question, sir.
Sure. Even though we don't like each other. Sure. I don't want to send you to prison. So that's why I'm.
He sent himself to prison already. He sent himself to jail already. He's sitting up in that courtroom looking like a Milk Dub, Mr. Peanut Man, Mr. Clean, and the rest of them. He looking like that right now. He got himself up in there. You ain't got to worry about sending him to jail. He already done did it.
I'm here where I'm at and where I am because I changed my life. I'm raising my grandkids, teaching them never to be like their papa.
All right, we'll give you props for that. All right.
And here I am explaining to people what I used to be. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. And you asking me questions that can hurt him.
If you wouldn't have got on the stand, they wouldn't. Well, you had to get on the stand. You subpoenaed to get on the stand. You got to do that or they're going to lock you up. You have to do that. But if you didn't want to put him in jail, if you want to lock him up, all you have to do is just say, man, I plead the fifth. I don't know nothing. I don't remember nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't remember nothing. Every time they ask you, I don't remember. I don't know. I think, I don't know. You ain't got to worry about putting him in jail. Like I said before, he already put his ass in jail his own self. He did a great, awesome job. He the best person I ever seen to get himself locked up, possibly a life sentence. You ain't got to worry about doing it. He already did it.
And like I told them, I'm trying to avoid to answer the questions that they might look at me and say something is wrong.
Well, let me put it this way. Let me help you out with this.
Thank you.
So these people right here, what they want to know from you is, did you see who shot Tupac?
I told you no.
Correct. So outside of that question, right? The next question I'm asking you is,
here go the setup right here. So they know that he didn't see who did it. They know that he never talked about it on none of the shows because they watched him too when he talked about it. But this is the setup part. Now watch how Mob James answer this. Watch this.
When you went back to Compton, was it like a South Side Crip that shoots a Piru Blood, and then a Piru Blood shoots a South Side Crip? Is that the tension that we're talking about?
Do I answer this?
That's
Man, you sitting up in the hot seat. That's the seat where you answer stuff at.
It's a straightforward question. It's a yes or no answer.
Did
you see that?
When I was a part of that life, I was a part of that. And I was because you asking something that's gonna hurt this dude. And let me stop.
And once again, I want to emphasize
this is why you don't get on the stand. You're not prepared. This is not Vlad. This is not Count Capone News. Them are people who went to school. They done had thousands of cases like this. They know how to get you in your emotions. They know how to trigger you. They know how to talk crazy to you. They know how to push buttons. You are not trained for this. YSL Woody was prepared and trained for it. He knew exactly. I don't recall. You could have did the same thing. I don't recall.
He got back to Compton.
Okay.
It was a gang war. People were getting hurt.
Okay.
People was being sought. People were looking for certain individuals from his neighborhood.
Okay.
As well they did mine.
Okay.
But Orlando, him, and certain other people were being sorted because people wanted to kill them.
Sure. Were they the only ones that they wanted to kill?
Am I the only one up in here? No, they weren't the only one. Okay. It's his neighborhood in particular.
That's right.
But they were the main subjects of a gang war. They was in the middle, such as me.
So you're telling us that people back home somehow had some type of information that said that guy, as a bunch of other people, were involved in what?
In the murder of Tupac.
Okay, but my question to you.
Stop.
Can you focus on me?
Man. Hey. Entertaining. He making sure that he get the award of the year. This trial is going to go down in history. If they do the Keefe D movie, he will get a bag because he's in this trial. He don't care about if you go to jail or not, buddy. The one that we looking at right here, he don't care if you go to jail or not. He trying to secure that bag, and you could believe that. Let's get back to it, man.
For a second, sir.
Yeah, I will.
And I apologize. I just want to make sure that we're clear, okay, for these people. In terms of that information, none of those people were there, right?
And what people you be speaking on? The people that was already in the neighborhood, or the people that left Las Vegas that same night Tupac was shot to go home, bear their arms, and go to somebody else's neighborhood to look for somebody? They had to pay it back.
So once again, my question to you is...
So if you saying that they had to go get their weapons, they was looking for Orlando Anderson, they was looking for Keefe D, and all the rest of them, you basically saying that these people, everybody know that been watching Keefe D talk. His story kind of match up to what you saying right now. That's why I say I don't look at this as telling you ain't, because he didn't already did all the telling. But you is doing a little bit too much talking, telling them what they need to know to make sure that they connect the dots with everything that he already done said. The only person that can save him is Suge Knight. That's it. That's all.
Is that the information that I'm asking about is the people that back home, you're saying were eyewitnesses to this?
How could people back home be eyewitnesses to something that happened in Vegas? No, that's not what I'm saying.
The people that were here in Las... Listen to my question, sir. The people that were here in Las...
Now, this is where he becomes... This is where the lawyer does a great job at being a professional at his job. Watch how he talks in the manner that he knows that would get a gangbanger emotional. A gangbanger won't respect. They want to be respected, macho, ego. He going to talk to him like he's nobody to get him to blow up and blurt out the wrong thing because it's being recorded. Watch this.
Vegas, you're telling me we're eyewitnesses to what happened and went back home. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, the people that was at 662.
Just answer my question, sir. Yes or no?
I can't answer that without a what you call it. You trying to tell me to say something that you're not going to understand. If you let me explain to you.
No, answer my question.
I'm not answering nothing. I don't know what he's talking about.
Look how calm the lawyer is. Now he got him. He got him at this point.
Okay, Mr. McDonald, focus for a second.
No, I am focused. Very.
Focus on this. My question to you is this. You didn't know what happened that night because you weren't there.
I was at 662.
Right. Do you know who that was there?
I know everybody that was there.
You were supposed to say, listen, man, I don't recall. It's 30 years ago. I don't remember. My mind foggy. I'm older now. I don't remember.
Okay. Like who?
Talk to your lawyer, man. This dude is tripping. I'm not going to explain that. I can't answer that.
Okay. Let me ask you this next question then. You are telling us that people back in Compton, for some reason, knew what happened here in Las Vegas.
A phone conversation. People found out when people left Las Vegas the same night Tupac was shot, went straight back to Compton. It only takes 3.5 hours to get home.
Sure.
Yes, it wasn't a problem for people to find out what happened. No problem at all.
They got on their phones, they texted people, they let them know what happened here on the night of the
They didn't text nobody. Wasn't no text phones. Wasn't no text messages back then.
shooting.
Yeah.
See, he knew it wasn't no text message back then. He just got you to agree. Yeah, they were texting back.
They had walkie-talkies. They had all kind of phones. They had ways to call people to say whatever. But when people left Las Vegas that same night, after they found out and got in their cars and went home because it was a situation, Pac was shot. Okay. Retaliation is a mug. Come on, man. Like it was for real, for real. All of this was for real.
Now, the night of the shooting, did you have a walkie-talkie, a Nextel thing or something like that?
No.
Did Reggie write?
I don't know what he had. I don't know how much money he had in his pocket. I don't know what he had on his hip.
Oh, that was a good one. That's how you answer that right there.
But you were the head of securities, but you're telling us you did not have any type of advice.
Right-way security has nothing to do with the gang-banging security, Pirus, whatever you want to call us. They had nothing to do with us.
Okay.
The phones that Suge had for certain individuals, they had the phones. Like the guy that was bodyguard for Tupac that night. Like some of the guys that was at the Tyson fight, like Suge Knight. Certain individuals had phones. Yes, they did.
Okay, so, all right, I get what you're saying. You're not there, but you're saying other people were.
Yes.
So basically what he's saying is your partners, your buddies, told you exactly what happened. You didn't see nothing, but he trying to get you to say that the guys that you was with told you what happened. They just trying to match your story up to his. Because if you was around Suge, you was around all the people that was there, they trying to make it seem like you heard some conversation. You know something. And all they want you to do is to talk about it so they could match what you said to that man's stuff, to what he said.
I'm saying there was a lot of people there.
A lot of people were there at the shooting that took place.
That was in the entourage, yes.
Let's see. Okay, just one final question. You're here today, and I think the state had asked this question under a subpoena. You're ordered to be here today, right?
Yes.
In terms of that subpoena, for instance, is that's the only reason why you're here is because of that subpoena?
I don't have no other reason to be here.
Yeah. In order for you to get that subpoena, you were served that subpoena back in California?
Yes.
By a police officer?
I don't know. He was in uniform.
Okay. And that order required you to go to a court in California?
I had to go to court in Victorville.
And then that court in California said you have to show up here.
And in that court, I cussed them out and told them, you can't make me do nothing.
Right.
And in that court, they told me that I would be in attempted court. Me raising my grandkids, I'm not going to put my grandkids in the car and move somewhere so y'all can't find me. So all that running and living a different life, I ain't doing it. So I agreed to come.
Yeah, but when you came, I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know nothing. I don't remember nothing. I don't know nothing. I've said it in numerous of times already. But hey, man, he didn't already told on himself. So you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing and saying nothing that we ain't heard. Only thing, like I said, they just want you to say something that can relate to what he said.
And I explained to everybody in here, you ask me something, I'm going to be honest about it. You ask me something, I don't want to talk about, you're going to have a problem. Treat me as a hostile witness. You're not going to talk to me and tell me as a grown man what I have to do up here. I'm not finna send him to prison.
You ain't got to worry about that. He did that already.
You are.
So the accusation now is because of the fact that we're trying to ask you questions, you're blaming it on me.
You asking me questions. If I just like answer your questions, we gonna have a problem in here, a misunderstanding, and you're asking me something that wouldn't be good for him.
Right. And once again, I just want to look. We're just trying to figure out who shot Tupac. You're telling us that you weren't there at the scene. That's all I want to know. At the end of the day, that's it. Right?
Was I in the entourage when Tupac got shot? No.
Okay. Nothing else, right?
I was at 662. I mean, that ain't hard. That's easy math.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything further, State?
Jesus.
All right, we've got one more phase, and then we'll let you out of here.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Seeing no hands? Oh, we do have one. Okay, hang on one second.
I guess the audio went out. Let me get past this, see if we can get it back.
I don't know why. I don't know if
Did Reggie Wright Jr. instruct security?
All right, let's go about right here. Yeah, I got to be patient, wait for the audio to come back. Let me go about right.
Jr. instruct security to not have firearms the night of the fight.
To be honest, I don't know if Reggie Wright told his people, all the police officers, not to have guns, and I don't know why. He sure didn't tell us because we had ours. And that's the honest truth.
The judge up there laughing. This is a big old reality show for everybody. The judge even looking like I'm about to get clout off of this. None of this stuff is taken serious no more, man. It's all about content. They running content.
Any follow-up based on that, State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense.
I just want to clarify what the witnesses said. You're telling us that you had guns that night.
Yeah.
I just want to know. But you had guns that night, right?
Yes, we did.
All right, thank you.
All right, I know you didn't want to be here, but thank you for coming down.
Okay, can I say something? I want to apologize to everybody, but I find this kind of funny. And truthfully, what you're going through, brother, is what you're going through. I didn't want to be a part of that, and I'm not a part of that. So I appreciate everything, and I apologize to all of you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McDonald. You are free to go.
Look how he looking at him. Look how he looking like, man, you ain't helped me. You ain't helped me at all, man. You wasn't supposed to say nothing. Man, when you up in that corner in that type of position, man, and that type of stuff happen right there, you be like, man, come on, homie. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. There's some more content for y'all. We gonna probably do a little bit more on this, man. Rest in peace to Tupac. Y'all comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We almost at 100,000 subscribers. Share the video to your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help a brother get to 100,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and do it all together. Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. Much love. I'll catch all of y'all on the next reaction.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.